This is the BF Bifta, one of the OG original off-road toys that has been in the game since its release. For $75,000, this vehicle is worth its weight in gold. It is worth every dollar and much, much more. One of the best bang for your buck for having fun with a low-priced vehicle. And today, we're going to check out Rockstar's newest addition to the off-road toys with the new Maxwell Vagrant, which you can find on the Southern San Andreas Super Autos website for $2.2 million, or you can unlock a trade price of $1.6 million. Either way, both very expensive compared to the BF Bifta, and we know this one is going to be fun, but today we're going to see if it's $2.2 million worth of fun. Welcome everyone to Raton Canyon. We're on my left, we have the good old BF Bifta, and over on my right we have the new fastest off-road vehicle in the game. This is the new Maxwell Vagrant, which is modeled after the Aerial Nomad. For any of you guys familiar with the Aerial Atom, very similar, but the Aerial Atom has been out longer. It is more of a track car, and this is the off-road variant. Very, very cool. Immediately you can see this exoskeleton tubular steel protection looking a lot more serious coming straight out of the gates compared to the BF Bifta. We've got a fire extinguisher under the passenger seat and a bunch of toggle switches and controls on the dash. Looking a lot more race inspired already with the two racing seats and the red seat belts. Coming around to the front here, I do like the headlights. It does look very sleek. You can see the suspension connecting to the front wheels. We've got some side view mirrors, and moving around to the back we've got dual exhaust, some taillights, and the suspension on the rear wheels as well. So it definitely looks the part, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to find out if it's worth that very high price tag, testing it out here in Raton Canyon. And before that, let's bring it to the mod shop and see what we can do for customization.
What's wrong with her now?
Okay, let's see what the new fastest off-road vehicle has for customization. It's gonna need some race brakes for sure, going on those treacherous dirt paths, dirt roads. Moving on to engine, level 4. And for exhaust, we've got a few options, starting with the dual pipes. Ooh, I do like that. You guys see that? It fills it up in that empty space between that exoskeleton. And we can do a dual box where that splits the giant muffler. Quad exit. Okay, that's interesting. See if that backfires all four. No, that's disappointing. Got the ribbed back box. Stealth dual pipes all blacked out. That adds some good customization options for the overall look. Can do the stealth dual, stealth quad, or stealth ribbed as well. And I stand corrected. They do backfire, it's just more rare. There we go. Not sure why, compared to the stock exhaust, this thing pops like nobody's business, but once you upgrade it, it does not backfire as often. But that's alright, because I really do like the look of the pipes on both sides going to that muffler, and I think we're going to go with the ribbed back box.
It's like giving the finger to Mother Nature.
Moving on to fenders, we've got a few options here with primary, secondary, or carbon. And for now, we shall put on a secondary. May come back to that. Next up, a few options for the hood. So we can do secondary or carbon, and the hood is in the rear, which means the motor is in the rear. This is a rear engine off-road vehicle. Very cool. And for now, let's throw some carbon on this bad boy.
If that car was a woman, I'd guess her.
Can change the headlights to xenon lights. I will leave those stock on this one. Check out that little fan for that front radiator. Heavily guarded by that bull bar. That is cool. Ooh, we do have some livery options. Basic camo, Zancudo. Looks like these are all of the recycled liveries from the gun running update. But if you would like to add some military-inspired liveries, you've got plenty to choose from with all 31 available for the new Vagrant. For those of you who want to flex on everyone, you can choose the dollar bills livery for the front of the vehicle. As for myself, we're gonna leave it as is. About halfway through the customization options now, as we have mirrors, we can do primary, secondary, or carbon. And I will leave those carbon to go with the carbon engine cover we've got in the back. For the license plate, you know my style. We're gonna go with the yellow on black. And for this one, we're gonna go with the got dirt, because why not? And here we are at the respray option already. That came around pretty quick. Let's see what this looks like in a few different colors. If you want to go for a more modest and low-key style, you can always throw a stone silver on here. Very nice option. If you want to go a more loud and fun direction, the lime green is definitely a great choice for the new Maxwell Vagrant. And as for me, I'm going to go with Ariel's flagship color for the Ariel Atom, the Ariel Nomad. Good old race orange. Cannot go wrong with that. And that was under the secondary colors. Let's go ahead and match that under primary, which should change the front here. Yep, we'll go ahead and match that up with the classic race orange. And let's see what the old trim color changes. Ooh, nice. It changes the suspension. Maybe I'll go with something loud as well to complement that race orange. Maybe a lime green. Yeah, that looks about right. Let's throw that on there as well. Few options left now with some options for the roof. Can do a roof rack, which adds some more cross beams between there. Or a spare wheel, which I will skip on. But I do like that roof rack. Let's put that on. Ooh, roof-mounted lights. Please, please be good. As we'll check the first option with the light bar. Yes, please. Absolutely. Or the projector light bar. Okay, just a different style on the actual bulbs, the glass. And let's go with the standard light bar. That is looking really good. These little additions do make a difference. Transmission, yes. Turbo, absolutely.
Try not to take flight.
And in between transmission and turbo, there is an option for the trunk, which the trunk is the front here, so we can change that to secondary stock or carbon. And I will leave that as is. I really like that bright race orange. And last option is the wheels. Let's see how some of these off-road wheels look on the Vagrant. And I will definitely be changing these so I can change the color of the wheels. Amazon's always a good choice. Challenger, I think that's close to the stock wheels, so can't go wrong with that. Got the classic 5 stars, rock crawler, or if you want some military, steelies. And I think I'm gonna go for something a little bit more modern since this is a much more modern off-road vehicle, so we'll go with the Nevis. And we'll go with the anthracite black. Looks much better, don't you guys think? And that is everything, all 21 options. Not too many options to choose from, but that is to be expected with these more toy-like off-road vehicles in the game. I've got to say though, I am loving this compared to when we first got it, with the new color, the new light bar on the roof, even the new lime green springs really do stand out. And I am getting excited to take this for a drive, so let's take her outside, take a closer look, and check out the new Vagrant in some more detail. Alright, first order of business is let's take a look at the rear-wheel drivetrain. Press up against this rock and see how it digs in with that rear-wheel drive. Second order of business is going to see if any of the details on this open up, the trunk, engine cover, any of that good stuff. And yes, it does. We've got the front hood that opens up. Doesn't look like there's any room for storage. How about the rear engine cover? It does open up just a tad, which is better than nothing. One thing that is disappointing is I did test the light bar on the roof and it does not light up. That is unacceptable at this point. I don't think any light bars should be added to the game unless they function. Come on, Rockstar. And let's climb in, check out the interior of the Vagrant before we get on our way. With a digital gauge cluster, very cool. RPM is shooting up to 10,000, that is no joke, and we've got our toggle switches, buttons, even a radio or a computer unit on the bottom right. Very cool. And now it is time for my favorite part of these videos, where we put the Vagrant through the paces and take it for a test drive. Are you guys ready? Because I am. Let's ride. All right. Watch out for these hikers as we make our way into the canyon. And already I'm really feeling the Vagrant is making much shorter work of these straightaways compared to the BF Bifta. But what I'm really wondering about is the suspension, because the fastest vehicle will not do much good if it is teeter-tottering or rolling up on two wheels, and so far it seems to not be a problem. I can also tell that the suspension is much stiffer. This vehicle is much lower to the ground. The Bifta is more spongy, has more body roll. So I can definitely see how this is a better handling vehicle and gets better lap times. All right, let's hit it. Wow, did you guys see that? How buttery smooth and controlled that landing was. And that might have been the most distance I've gotten off that jump, so now I'm getting curious on comparing this to the best rally car in the game, the Issy Sport, because this is feeling pretty on pace with that car. So you guys will have to let me know down in the comments. Oh, there it goes. I'm glad it did that. So we can roll it, so you do have to be aware of that. But with all of these vehicles, the more time you have behind the seat, the less that will happen when you get some more experience with the car. But yeah, let me know down in the comments if you want to see a time attack head-to-head battle of the Issy Sport versus the new Vagrant. I do think that would be pretty close, could be interesting. Alright, let's focus as we approach the gauntlet, as I like to call it. Coming down this mountain, it gets pretty bumpy. Let's see how the suspension handles it. And not bad at all. I would say that does handle it better than the Bifta. So far this is a keeper. This will be my new go-to choice for a off-road toy. And especially with jumps like that. I have never in my life nailed a jump like that with the Bifta. So this is going to be a win. It is very expensive, but it is very good at what it was designed to do. So, on to the question of should you buy one? Should you buy the new Maxwell Vagrant? If you are looking for the best off-road vehicle for general off-roading, for hill climbing, going off jumps, just randomly having a blast off-road, you're going to be better off in a few other vehicles that are going to do it better than the Vagrant. You're going to want to stick with the Camacho or the new Nagasaki Outlaw, which has much more ground clearance, much better suspension, as the suspension travel is cloudy smooth. However, if you really love high-speed off-roading on dirt trails like this, more of a high-speed rallycross, the Vagrant is about the best they come. From this test drive, I can tell it is on pace with the new Issy Sport, which if you don't have one, you should probably pick up one of those instead, as they are cheaper. However, if you do have the Issy Sport, and if you want more of a toy off-road vehicle, you are not going to be disappointed with the Vagrant. And that is going to do it for this video. That is everything you guys need to know for the new Maxwell Vagrant. Let me know down in the comments below what you guys think of the Vagrant compared to the other off-road vehicles in the game, if you have one already, and if not, if you plan on picking one up. Until the next video, you guys stay cool, keep on playing GTA, and I will see you guys soon in the next video. H2TV signing out.